They say trust is the foundation of any relationship. But what happens when that foundation cracks? And everything you thought was real turns out to be a beautifully constructed lie. My name is Melissa. I'm 38 years old. And this is the story of how a single phone call shattered the life I thought I knew. For the past 12 years, I've been married to Adam. He was reliable, predictable, steady. The kind of man who made coffee every morning, kissed me on the forehead, and never forgot our anniversary. Or so I thought. He worked in IT consulting, which meant travel, lots of it. But I didn't mind. The trips were always short, and he made a point to call every night before bed. He'd say, "Miss you, babe." Just a few more days. I believed him. Why wouldn't I? It was a Thursday. I was doing laundry and listening to a podcast when my phone rang. Unknown number. Out-of-state area code. I hesitated, then picked up. "Hello, is this Mrs. Carter?" "Yes." "This is St. Vincent's Hospital in Charleston. Your husband Adam Carter has been admitted after a car accident. He's stable, but you should come as soon as possible." My heart dropped. "Charleston?" I asked. "He's supposed to be in Boston." There was a pause on the line. "I'm not sure, ma'am. He was brought in with another passenger. A woman." I don't remember the drive. I don't remember what I packed. All I remember is walking into that hospital room and seeing Adam, bruised, bandaged, and not alone. Sitting by his bedside was a woman, mid-30s, long dark hair. Her eyes were swollen like she'd been crying for hours. She looked up, and for a second, just 1 second, she looked guilty. Adam's face went pale. "Melissa?" he whispered. I asked him the only question I could form. "Who is she?" The woman stood up. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were still together." Still together? What did that even mean? The nurses gave us privacy. Adam stared at his hands like a child caught in a lie. "I was going to tell you," he said. "Tell me what, Adam?" "That we've been seeing each other. Her name is Leah. It's been almost a year." I felt like the floor was giving out beneath me. A year? I never meant for it to happen. It started during a conference in Charleston. We kept bumping into each other. At first, it was just coffee, then drinks, and it got out of control. "Out of control?" I snapped. "You had a second life, Adam." Looking back, the signs were there. Late-night meetings, trips that suddenly got extended, him becoming strangely protective of his phone. I chalked it up to stress, work, fatigue. He told me what I wanted to hear, and I listened because I loved him, because I trusted him, because I was a fool. I couldn't go home with him. I checked into a motel that night. I stared at the ceiling for hours, numb. How do you process the fact that the man you built a life with, the father of your children, had been building another life behind your back? He called, texted, apologized, begged. But his accident didn't make him a victim. It just uncovered the truth faster than he intended. The hardest part wasn't leaving. It was explaining to our 2 kids, ages 10 and 7, why Daddy wasn't coming home right away. I didn't give them details, just enough for now. But one day, they'll ask for the whole story, and I'll tell them, because silence is how betrayal survives. And I refuse to let this betrayal define their idea of love. It's been 6 months since the accident. Adam and I are separated. I filed for divorce last month. I don't cry as much anymore. I started therapy. I signed up for a pottery class. I even smiled at a stranger in a coffee shop last week. That's progress, right? People say you never really know someone. But I think sometimes we just choose not to look. Because looking might mean losing the person we love, losing the version of them we built in our minds. But here's the truth I've come to live by. You can survive heartbreak. You can survive betrayal. What you can't survive is living a life that isn't yours. So if you're watching this and something doesn't feel right, ask the question you're afraid to ask. Open the door you've been afraid to open. Because the truth, it doesn't wait forever. It finds you eventually.